Hey everybody, it's your girl Marissa-Anne, and I'm with
Daniel.
All right, and we're here to do our top 10 favorite snacks. So Daniel and I have a lot of snacks that we tend to like, that we share and we like to eat, but we only put in one of those on our list. So that snack would be
Oreos. Doesn't matter what time.
Yeah, Oreos.
We just happen to have Post Malone.
We just happen to have Post Malone Oreos. I had these for I think like
2 months.
Yeah, about 2 months. So yeah, we haven't eaten them yet.
What would you say your favorite Oreo is?
Oh, mine is the mint.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with the mint. It's like that's such a basic flavor. I think the Coca-Cola ones are the best.
Yeah, in my last video about Oreos, I said that I wasn't going to buy like a whole bunch of packs of the Oreo Coca-Cola ones, but he liked it so much, I just went on and bought some more.
All those packs are gone. They were gone within a week of being bought.
Yes, they were gone. Okay, so you want to go first?
Sure.
With your number 2?
So, my number 1, my number 2 technically would be Sweet Tart Ropes. As you can see, they're gone because I really do like these. These bring back a lot of fun memories from when I was in elementary. I remember seeing a commercial for these, and I tried them, and ever since then, I've never gone back. If I was stuck on one planet with my favorite candy, it would be Sweet Tart Ropes.
Okay, and my number 2 is, I like all types of berries. Blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, you name it. And, you know, right here I got some blackberries and I've been munching on. So, you know, it's a nice little healthy snack. Oh my goodness, like the water spilled on me. But it's a nice healthy snack because, you know, sometimes it's not always good to eat a lot of sugar. It's good to have some candy or, you know, a little snack cake every now and then. But if I really want something sweet, I usually go for fruit, and my sweet tooth is pretty much satisfied from that.
Alright, now for those of you that remember back when you were in kindergarten, if you're my age.
And I was your age at one point.
Caramels and apples, you were?
Yes.
I
was your age at one point.
I thought you thought
I was born like this?
Yeah. I thought you were born like this. But yeah,
this is what I put up with.
This is what I put up with. Yeah. These bring back some fun memories from kindergarten. I would highly recommend you trying these. Not this specific brand, but yeah.
Okay. My next favorite snack is peanut M&Ms. I can never go wrong with peanut M&Ms because, you know, it's a nice little sweet treat. With me, I'll eat anything, and I mean anything that's like peanuts and chocolate or peanut butter and chocolate. I also like chocolate and mint, but I'm very particular about what type of chocolate and mint that I'll eat. But if it's chocolate and mint, I'll eat it.
For me, these are eaten, but can't go wrong with them. What was in here were nachos. Can't go wrong with nachos, going to the movies. Going to the drive-in movie theaters in particular, like I did when I was a little kid with my grandpa. It was so much fun. I got to have some nachos and relax.
Yeah, when we go to the movie theaters and I get nachos, I eat like a little bit, but then I usually give him the rest. As long as I get my little nacho fix in, I'm fine. And I may get some jalapenos, but I don't put the jalapenos on there because he doesn't like it. And I just, you know, have my own little jalapenos on the side.
Yeah.
Another snack that I like is beef jerky. I specifically like the Jacqueline's brand. I'm still trying to figure out what other brands I like. I tried this brand by Yellowstone, but I didn't like it because with the Yellowstone jerky, like I didn't realize it until I opened it and started eating it. Like you could taste the fat or the grease in it, and that's not good eats. So I like this one. And I don't eat too much jerky, although it's a nice, if you're trying to count your protein, it's good for that. But I also don't eat too much of it just because of the amount of sodium that's in it. But it's a nice, you know, little treat before or after you exercise, or just something to get you through the day for like a snack. every now and then.
And one thing I will say with the jerky, beef jerky, me myself, I prefer turkey jerky, but that's just me. It's not on this list though. But I will say though, I am a wrestler, like not WWE wrestling, but I tend to put those in my bag, my wrestling gear bag, because how much protein is in it. Because once my wrestling season starts, she will tell you I go on a very high protein diet.
High protein, high fiber, yeah, because you need that.
Yeah. Like just the other day, I think. Yeah. But for me, good old classic popcorn. I do what I have when my parents are sleeping. I have a tendency to watch a bunch of scary movies, warm up some microwave popcorn, and just relax.
And you can't go wrong with popcorn. I mean, popcorn is popcorn. I don't eat popcorn too much because it always gets stuck in my teeth. It's irritating, but watching a movie, I really only eat popcorn when I'm at the movie theaters. That's just me. I'm addicted to that. Something about that movie theater popcorn. And I keep trying to replicate it, and I can't. Maybe I should get a job at a movie theater, figure out the recipe for popcorn, then I can replicate it here at home.
One thing I will admit, though, is with these, I enjoy this so much. I highly recommend you try this. Put some seasoning salt on half, or all of it, however you feel. Because me, myself, I'm a seasoning salt fanatic. I like it on my corn, like the boiled eggs. They're really good. And I also need the other half cinnamon and sugar. That may sound weird, but trust me, it's delicious. It's the perfect mixture of savory and sweet.
Okay. I'll try that. Now, this snack is one of my favorites, and it's one of his favorites too. But this is pretty regional, but you can also find this on Amazon if you really, really want it. These are snack cakes by a company called Nemo. This flavor right here is vanilla birthday cake. It comes in other flavors like chocolate, red velvet, banana. Where I live at, we can find it at our local gas station or small convenience stores. But again, like I said, it's possibly a regional thing. But again, you can find these on Amazon and you can get them shipped to your home. The only thing is you have to keep these refrigerated. It's actual, sheet cake with frosting on it. That's literally what it is. And they taste really good.
It's not whipped cream frosting. It is buttercream frosting. I believe.
Well, buttercream icing.
Yeah. For me, can't go wrong with these Jolly Ranchers. Top easily Jolly Ranchers. You can't go wrong with nothing. They're nice and fun. For those of you, when I was in elementary school, these were the best because These were the best because every time I passed one of my tests in elementary school, my teachers would tape a Jolly Rancher on there. And I would go for all the hits I got a B and above. It was so good. I got at least 200-300 of them because I could pass my test and get A's or B's just for the Jolly Rancher.
You were keeping count?
Yeah. Every kid did. At least when I went to school.
What were you guys doing? Like, handing them off to each other?
Yeah, we would trade.
Oh, trade? Okay.
I highly recommend you try this. Put these in Sprite, particularly the McDonald's Sprite. It is really good. It adds flavor to the Sprite.
McDonald's Sprite is like borderline acid.
Yeah.
How strong it is. But it is really good.
I highly recommend you put the blue raspberry one, or the cherry one, or the green apple one in there. Just trust me on it. Or if you get the all red pack, do the fruit punch.
I'll try that.
It's supreme.
Another type snack that I like, is Cliff Bars. Cliff Bars is a nice little treat you can have like before you exercise or after you exercise, or if you play sports. It is high in carbohydrates, but those carbohydrates are probably mostly coming from the rolled oats that are in here. But it has like 10 grams of protein. So, if you have like this and like some jerky and a protein bar, you pretty much will have like a nice little balanced snack, maybe even a meal with those three things: a protein bar, a Cliff Bar, beef jerky. You should be okay. But again, like I said, and this is also my favorite flavor too, cool mint chocolate.
I like the cookies and cream flavor the best.
I need to try that flavor.
That is a pretty good flavor.
Does it really like taste like an Oreo?
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda, okay. But this is my favorite. So again, I love me some Cliff Bars. If you never tried them, I would go ahead and buy them. You don't necessarily have to buy a box like I do. They sell them individually, you know, at different gas stations, small convenience stores, or the grocery store.
This one's pretty simple, pretty classic, pretty basic. The baby bottle pop. Nothing can go wrong with it. Mixture between a ring pop and your favorite kind of candy, where you dip it into some sour candy. Me myself, I'm a sour fanatic.
Yeah, he loves any type of candy that's sour. He'll eat it. Another one that I really, really love, and he doesn't like this, is pickles. I love pickles. And not just pickled cucumbers, but I'll do pickled asparagus. I don't like okra, but I will eat pickled okra. I'll eat pickled carrots, pickled green beans.
When do they pickle carrots and green beans?
Yeah, they do make pickled carrots and pickled green beans.
Oh yeah,
they even have like pickled fruit.
That is not very good.
It depends. I had pickled pineapple, and that's the only type of pickled fruit that I actually liked.
Now,
but other than that, I don't. Again, even though I love pickles, because it's so high in sodium, you know, I still don't eat too much of it. But it's a nice, but it's still a somewhat healthy treat, as long as you eat it in moderation.
Now, one thing I will admit that I will drink that is pickles is the Popeyes pickled lemonade. That is pretty good.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, it does taste.
It tastes weird, but it's not like.
It's not a bad weird.
Yeah.
It literally tastes like pickle juice and lemonade.
Combined.
Yeah.
The first thing you taste that I tasted at least was the pickle juice, and then came the lemonade.
I think I tasted the pickle juice as well first, and then the lemonade came in.
Although what I should have known is because she likes to be sneaky sometimes. When I tried the pickle juice and lemonade, she goes, "You want to try something?" You go, "You want to try my lemonade?" I should have known something was off because she never actually willingly offers me her drink.
No, I don't.
I should have known something was off with it, but I drank it anyway, and I tasted pickle, and I found out it's pickled lemonade.
Yep. I think it's your turn now.
Yeah. For me, 100%. Just a classic all around. I'm a pretty simple guy. Pretzels. Can't go wrong with them. See, they're nice and salty. Gives me something to munch on. When I go on my bike rides for hours, I ride at least 3 or 4 hours a day. I bring a bag of pretzels with me. Particularly this size. Because you can't go wrong with that. You can go wrong with some pretzels.
Another treat that I like is Reese's peanut butter cups. Particularly just the regular flavor, milk chocolate and peanut butter. When it comes to chocolate, I really like dark chocolate, or even bittersweet chocolate, or even if it's or like the more chocolate the better, except for like the regular bitter chocolate that has no sugar in it. But I've tried dark chocolate Reese's peanut butter cups, and I didn't like it just because the dark chocolate just overpowers the peanut butter. Yeah. So in my case, I like milk chocolate because I can taste the chocolate and I can taste the peanut butter in it. So again, like, you can never go wrong with this.
One thing I will say about those though is, me myself, I'm not a big fan of the ones that come out on the holidays because they taste like, to me, they taste like overly peanut butter. You don't taste the chocolate at all.
They are thicker, I will say that.
Cause I think it's because they do a thin layer of chocolate compared to like Reese's cups. If you actually notice, there's a thicker layer of chocolate on it than there is with those holiday ones. It's a thin layer, but pretty thick peanut butter. For me, again, another classic is something to snack on, hanging out with friends. You're just drinking a pop. Potato chips. Can't go wrong.
No, you can't go wrong with a bag of chips. Me, when it comes to chips, one of my former coworkers, she got me into chicken skins. I can't remember the particular brand, but it comes in a white bag, and I think it's called Flox. It starts with an F.
It's called Flox.
It is? Okay. And I like that brand of chicken skin, but again, and even though it's high in protein, again, I don't eat too much of it just because of the salt content. But it is really good, so I would recommend trying that out if you're trying to find an alternative to chips. You know, you can try those. My next favorite treat is a protein bar, specifically the Fit Crunch by Chef Robert Irvine. The thing is with protein bars, they tend to have this type of chalky aftertaste, and that's just because of the type of protein that they're using in it.
Protein powder.
Yeah, and there's really nothing you can do about that. But I like what he did. He somehow was able to mask enough of that flavor to where we can taste everything else in it. This flavor just happens to be chocolate peanut butter, and again, like I said, I love anything with chocolate and peanuts, or chocolate and peanut butter, or any type of chocolate covered nuts. I'll eat those. And so, like, when you put this together with like this and with this, you know, it's kind of sort of a meal for you, you know, if you're gonna be, you know, doing some exercise, or if you're at work and you're just trying to find something quick to snack on as you're working. This would be the best way to go. With me, sometimes I struggle with eating meat, so sometimes just having one of these and maybe a salad with a couple of boiled eggs is just easier for me to digest. So this and a salad with a couple of boiled eggs, you know, I'm pretty good. This one has 16 grams of protein, but he has ones that are like double the size of this, and I think they're about 30 or more grams of protein in it. So if I were you guys, go and check these out, because these taste really, really good. So again, I love these protein bars. These are pretty much my favorite.
And with those protein bars, might I say also, that's another thing I pack in my wrestling bag, which I don't know. I do have it with me, but I just don't feel like showing it. There's multiple things I put in there, like protein-wise. One thing I would add on here, but it's not really a snack, is I buy this special kind of honey off of Amazon. She's seen it before.
What?
That honey I buy off of Amazon. Oh wait, no, it's not you. It's me who's seen it. Never mind. But anyway, with that honey, it's like it's like a chemical base in it, protein, and you and then you have it. You just chew on it, and it gives you energy.
Okay. Or like a protein.
Yeah.
Protein.
I'll show you it.
Okay.
And then, like I said, I put either that or a protein bar on it. I never put all three in it, because one thing about wrestling is I have to maintain my weight class. So I try and, like I said, I go on a high protein diet, high fiber, but I also got to balance it. And then one of my favorites, can't go wrong with these, some classic peanuts from Texas Roadhouse. I don't know what it is. These ones just taste a whole lot better than eating your normal peanuts.
They do taste way better. I do recommend, if you do have peanuts and you're getting on the airplane, you may want to bring your own, just because
Yes.
those ones on the airplane,
They taste brittle.
yeah, they do. To me, they do taste brittle. Maybe it's just because you're constantly ascending and descending, you know, while you're in the airplane. There's pressure. It pressurizes and then it depressurizes. Maybe that's why. My last treat for me is trail mix. Trail mix can be as healthy and as unhealthy as you want it to be, depending on what you put in it. This one is by Members Mark, which is Sam's Club. It's the triple berry nut. This one has dried cranberries, dark chocolate, almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, dried blueberries, dried cherries, and cashews. So because there's only like 4 grams of protein per serving for this, I would usually go and buy like a larger thing of unsalted assorted nuts, and I will add a couple of scoops of that to this, just to increase the amount of protein that I want to have, because I'm on a high protein, high fiber diet myself.
One thing I will admit, I wish I had it on here, but I didn't, because I didn't think about it. Is this is like one of those snacks I really do enjoy. I mostly see it around Christmas time at like Bass Pro Shops, if you have those near you. Near us we do, but or Cabela's. I don't know, they're the same company, right? I think they are.
Yeah, they're the same company. Some areas have Bass Pro Shops, some areas have Cabela's. I think it's just based on where you live at.
Yeah, but anyway, that's actually where I get a lot of mine. No, never mind. But yeah, with those, I see them a lot during like Christmas time when Santa Claus comes out and stuff. It is those pecans with the honey on them and the cinnamon sugar.
Candied pecans.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
A lot of places tend to sell them. I know if you go to like, you know, Six Flags, you go to Disney World, Disneyland.
Yeah. Disneyland's better.
No, Disney World's better.
Actually, no, Disney World in Tokyo's better.
Disneyland Tokyo. Okay.
Disney World Tokyo.
But if you go to a theme park, you'll find candied nuts there. I mean, it's like the first thing it's one of the first thing you smell, first smells you smell at a theme park is like candied nuts.
You smell that?
Pretzel, yeah.
I hear the
that.
screams.
I said smell.
Oh, well,
Like one of the 3 smells you will smell is candied nuts and popcorn and pretzels.
Yeah, and cotton candy, I would say too, depending on what type you're entering from.
I've never smelled cotton candy, not unless I'm really up close to it. But those are the 3 smells that you just smell across it.
In other words, you smell a lot of salt.
Yeah, you smell a lot of salt and sugar. But all right, guys, that's the end of our top 10. I'm Marissa.
I'm Daniel.
And we'll see you all in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.